Flash your time with Triple G. Brace yourself for the things you'll see. From comic books to toys and more. And all cartoons that we adore. Pop culture, flicks, and geeky stuff. We love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
Welcome everybody to our monthly show, Comic Talk, where we ask each other those hard-hitting questions we know everybody wants to talk about. We're missing James again this month. I think he's trying to tell me he doesn't want to be on my show anymore. I may do a see if I can get somebody else to join us, moving forward. So.
Christ, not Simon Efron. Not Simon. That would be hard work.
That would be like pulling teeth, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Maybe I'll do an edition like Star Search or something like that. We'll vote to see who wants to be our fourth member. But this is a monthly show, like I said, where we ask each other questions. We each pick 2 comic book or entertainment, anything like that, related questions, and one random question could be anything. And I always appreciate you guys joining me on this show. Much appreciated.
It's a good one, this one. We've been doing this one for a while, haven't we, Efron? It's always fun. It's always fun.
It started with me and Peter. I think it was like 5 questions each. I go, that's a lot of questions we got to think of every month. So then we added James, and then we added Sorrel. So we just do 2 questions each and a bonus question. But before we go any further, Peter, hit the comments.
Yes, we've got Terry saying, have a good show, guys. I'm at the Old Man's show tonight. That's right. He goes live at 8 o'clock over on Suddenly Comics channel, I think. Chris, word up, your mama too. Nice to see you, Chris. Hope you're doing well. Chris, you wouldn't believe it, but I've posted your books today, so you should get them in a day or 2. So that's getting better. I'm getting better. We've got Stephen. Nice to see you, Stephen. Evening, chaps. I hope all is well. Sorry I couldn't join last night. Not a problem, bud. I was out shopping with my nephew for new trading cards and collectibles and didn't get back till late. Not a problem, Stephen. I hope you picked up some nice stuff. And we've got Squad Comics, Stephen. Nice to see you, pal. The 3 Wise Men. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
So I believe I have the first question. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
What amusement park would you like to go to? Now, I'll let you guys think about it since I know the answer to this one. The one I would go to, I've been to Disneyland, obviously. I've been to Disney World, but I would like to go to Tokyo Disneyland. One, it's a country I've never been to. So I would do some sightseeing there. I think I would like to go to Tokyo Disneyland, see how they do their version of Disney parks, stuff like that. I've always heard good things about it. The cleanliness, just the way they do things over there. I think it would be a good experience. And my daughter would love going there for sure. I would like to go to a Disneyland and also all the other Disneylands across the world. One of these days, knock on wood, hopefully I'll hit them all.
A good one for you to look up that I'm dying to go to. In the Netherlands, there's one called Efteling, and it's basically a theme park that's based on, like the Brothers Grimm stories, but the original source material. So it's how the stories really ended, not the nice Disney versions the Wicked Witch in Snow White danced with iron shoes and all that kind of stuff. It's really horrific, but it's proper it's like a rite of passage in the Netherlands to go to this park growing up. It's like the Germanic version of Disneyland, basically. Looks really cool.
That'd be cool.
What's it called again?
Efteling.
F with the letter F?
Efteling, I think. Efteling.
Okay.
Sounds designed for you, Efron. It sounds designed for you.
It's like Disneyland, but like a more European medieval version.
Is it scary?
No. It's all fantasy based, like trolls, and it's all really there's a whole fantasy village and things like that. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
If you like Disneyland, it'd be definitely up your street.
Yeah, I would like to, like I said, go to other parks outside of the United States. Just experience that. And plus the food there, different types of food that you can always try to. And we're going to talk about food, later on.
So is that your pick, Sorrel?
Yeah, Efteling. Yeah.
That's where you want to go. Well, I'm going to, as usual, just circumvent and say 3. So first of all, even though I've been before, I'm not desperate to get back. I want to go and see Universal now that they've got the Monsterland and stuff like that. But I'm going to probably wait 2-3 years. until there's been a shift in the political landscape before I go back to the States. But absolutely, I want to go to Universal and see that. Even though I've been before, I want to see the monster side of things. I'm highly intrigued, Efren, by the parks over in the States that I've got the links with DC. Is that Flags or something? Or
Six Flags.
Six Flags. So they've got like all the DC related stuff, and they do. Sorrel, you'll be able to help us out here. They do like a Halloween night where they have the deceased, all the kind of the vampire and the zombie versions. I'd love to go and see that. I think that would be very, very cool. So I'd like to do one of those.
Yeah.
And then finally, just for shits and giggles and just for a wander around, I've seen something about a kind of a demolished theme park. I think it might even be in Germany or somewhere. That's based on what's it called? Alison, Wizard of Oz. And you've seen the images of like
I've
this
seen it,
yellow brick road which is just destroyed and in bits.
Looks
And
so cool, doesn't it?
I just think it would be so cool just to have a mooch around there, do a ghost hunt or something like that, because it looks spooky as hell. So I'd like to do something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. What about you guys in the chat? Anybody, you guys want to go to one of those kind of places? I'll let one know.
Well, our friend in the chat, the Squishy family, they have been to Warner Brothers Land, I think it is, out in Australia, and that's got a big DC section, and that looks awesome.
That would be very cool as well. Yeah,
it looks like Universal Studios, but on steroids. It looks like bigger than the Florida one, which is insane.
Yeah. Let's see what the chat is saying. You appreciate it. Who's missing? James Keegan. It's early for him. We got him out of bed early yesterday, Simon, to do the 8 o'clock show. We couldn't really get him 2 nights in a row to be out of bed by 8. So yeah, he's needing a few days to rest. Efteling is on the bucket list for Simon as well. Ian saying, evening, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing. Wayne, what about going to Dolly Parton Land? Never appealed to us in
Dollywood.
the slightest. Any of you guys interested in Dollyland?
Didn't your wife go there, Peter, or was it?
No, she went to Graceland.
Oh, Graceland, that's right.
Yeah. Very different place. Not as many boobs. I wouldn't. I'm not. What is Michael Jackson's theme park still a thing, or did that get like burnt?
No, that's got demolished, I think, didn't it?
Yeah.
Neverland got demolished. Didn't it?
Yeah, that's not around anymore.
Dollywood's like a proper theme park, though, isn't it? It's not her home.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just like a proper theme park, as far as I'm aware.
I've just got visions of you could do a great movie of people going to film in Michael Jackson's place, and there's just a crazed Bubbles the monkey, kind of a bit like Primate. Do you know what I mean? Running around killing the people. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, Larry Curry and Mo. How dare you, Stephen? Efteling is in the Netherlands or Disneyland Japan are 2 great parks I would love to visit. I say Efteling so much on social media and it looks amazing. That one's totally missed me, but I have to have a look at that.
Yeah.
Knott's Berry. Not heard of that one. Any of you guys know Knott's
Oh, Knott's Berry Farm.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
Knott's
one
Berry
in
Farm's
Southern
in
California.
America.
Okay. Is that roller coasters and things, or is that? I'm not sure that one.
Yeah, roller coasters up the coast from where I live.
And they do like a Halloween Horror Nights, don't they? Like a Knott's Berry Farm screaming thing, don't they, or something?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Simon, just noticing what's that you've got in your hand? Is that an Indiana Jones little idol on your image? It looks like, do you know the little idol from Indiana Jones where he lifts it to swap the sand?
Yeah, sure does.
There's a Universal one in Salou, Spain. I went there on my honeymoon about 22 years. Don't know if it's Universal, Wayne, but because I've been to Salou, and there was Ferrari Land, and there was another one linked to it. Like literally, you walked in between Ferrari Land and this big theme park thing, which were really good. There was some cracking rides at the theme park, but very hot. I don't know that I'd do theme parks in the sun too much. Ellen, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're well. 2 nights in a row, Keegan would start charging for an appearance fee. Yeah. We wouldn't pay it. I went to Disney World in the States in the 70s. Simon's confirming. Oops, sorry. It is a mini idol. Popeyesville. I went there, Chris. I went there. Horrific. Have you been, Chris, or are you saying you'd like to go? Malta. I mean, this is maybe's. I went with my mum and dad when I was a kid, so maybe 25 years or so ago. I don't know how long Popeye's been out. And Malta's an interesting place. I don't know if any of you guys have been to Malta. It's basically just a rock. But it's got a lot of history, particularly military museums and things like that. But Popeye's Village. So this is the set, Efren, where they filmed the Popeye movie.
Yeah.
Was like the prime attraction. So do you know when you go on a package holiday and they're trying to flog you, we'll go and take you on a visit to such and such a place if you pay 14 grand and we'll sit you on a bus for an hour or whatever. So that was one of the visit things we did, and it was just a rock basically with out there really. But yeah, Malta was an interesting place. I'd like to go back there. There's a lot of good toy and comic cons there actually these days, which are interesting. Part of a raffle prize at a monthly cinema club. Very cool. I like that.
That's cool,
Malta
yeah.
is class. Love it. Been there loads. Big fan of the Duck Village. We didn't do the Duck Village, Chris, but we did go to see. Was it the Blue Lagoon, which was a boat, not the dirty movie, which was a boat trip where they kind of pointed out the water and said, "Look at the blue" and stuff like that.
There's a YouTuber called the Daily Woo, Adam the Woo. He sadly passed away recently. He did a cracking video on that Popeye's Village. He spent the whole day there and he did a cracking video on it.
Maybe he's changed. I mean, like I say, 25 years or something since I've been there, and perhaps my love of movies hadn't developed at that point, so I was bored rigid. You know what I mean? Isn't there an Asterix world in France? Efren, you guys familiar with Asterix and Obelix? The
No.
Gauls? Yeah. French cartoon and book series over here. Really, really cool. We used to read them in school. I have been to Popeye's Village. I remember finding it a bit surreal. That was years ago. Yeah, same for me. Gozo, mate. Awesome. Okay. There we go. We're up to speed with the questions, Efren.
One of the first times I went to Disney World, this is when they had the boat. It would take you to I forgot where it would take. Well, it would take you to Disney World. You know, it would you had to get on the boat to go to the actual amusement
It's the
park.
Magic Kingdom.
I was going to say they still do that in Florida.
Yeah.
They do. I thought they closed it up.
No, Magic Kingdom do. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the ticket and transportation centres where you park, and you have to basically get either the monorail or the boat to take you across to the Magic Kingdom because it's on Seven Seas Lagoon, which you just can't get to without physically getting on a boat.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they closed it. Okay.
Yeah, it's still there.
I thought you were going to say, Efren, because the first time I went to Disney, again, crikey, 30 years ago or something, if not longer, crikey, I feel old. When you mentioned the boat, the Jaws ride was there. Did either of you guys do the
That's
Jaws
Universal.
ride?
Yeah,
Universal?
Studios, yeah.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Proper animatronic kind of.
Yeah.
And I always appreciate the rides because there's that one, and they used to do the same with, I can't remember which one it is, but you kind of travel through different time periods where the person, it's like got live actors basically. So the person taking you around the ride is part of the attraction and they do stuff and, you know, they get shot at and things like that. And
That's in Disney, and that's the Great Movie Advent, the Great
That's
Movie
it.
Ride.
Yeah,
where,
that's it.
where the alien comes out the vent.
Yeah.
Both of those rides you just mentioned are gone now, which irritates me.
know.
They were some of the best rides out there for movie
I know.
fans.
They're gone. And the cheeky rooms are still there. I mean, what? I mean, we go every time to the tiki rooms. Sorry, we go every time to the tiki rooms because it's become like it's like a family tradition. We force people to go, and if we go with people, like last time we went with some friends. We forced them to go to the tiki rooms, and they just like sat there thinking, "What is this?" It's
Slightly culturally offensive.
I was going to
now,
say
isn't
borderline racist, but yeah.
I'm surprised they're still allowed to have that in this day and age. They've only just got rid of the country bears because that was getting a bit close to knuckle these days.
Also been to Hershey Chocolate Park.
Yeah, Hershey looks.
That
The Hershey Park looks ace. It's not linked to the chocolate Pete though. Sadly, it's just.
I was going to say, I was thinking Willy Wonka's. I'd love to.
Yeah.
If I was designing a theme park land, that's what I would be doing. Willy Wonka land. I've done a visit to the Cadbury's Chocolate Park in Birmingham. That was good fun. Got to eat lots of chocolate there. Nothing beats good old Blackpool Pleasure Beach. That was the place of my youth, that Ellen. Spent every summer there because my auntie and uncle live up in St Anne's. And everyone will not been to Blackpool. If you think of Las Vegas, just much shittier. It's gone downhill in recent years, sadly. Have you been, Sorrel?
Oh God, yeah, it's a rite of passage, isn't it? That when you're a 90s kid going to Blackpool, Scarborough, Skeggy.
I remember doing the Pleasure Beach and then doing the Tower and then going to see Frank Carson on the pier. And it was just phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. Haven't been to Blackpool for a little while, actually. We've got Andy. Nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Andy, we're just talking theme parks. Any theme park in the world that you would like to visit, Andy, let us know in the chat. There we go. I
There's a
think
lot
we're up
of
to
real-
date, Efren.
There's a lot of really cool horror stores, in Blackpool now. A lot of cool ones.
Those? We'll have to do
And
a
a lot
road
of
trip.
cool collectible shops as well. There's loads of
Yeah.
collectible shops in Blackpool.
I'm so old. When I first went to Disneyland, I had those tickets that they used to give out. You have to go for every ride. You have to give them a ticket. That's how old I am. So.
Just a slight side note. I was pulling together a box for my one-man show on a Saturday of just random stuff that I don't really show off, and just it's interesting. We're linking to it. You guys got one of these? So this is
Anything.
pressed coin collection from all the different times we've. Oh, there's a picture of my daughter inside. All the different times we've been to Disney. Yeah.
Oh,
all
wow.
the different pressed coins that we've collected over
dang.
the years. Yeah. From those weird little machines. We've got the Simpsons on there. Of course, we've got all the ones from Marvel Land, all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Just superb,
Yeah.
superb. Wayne saying he's never been to Blackpool. Stephen, do you know what? It's really interesting how these conversations all link. You're saying you saw Cannonball in Blackpool years ago. Cannonball, Efren, incredible comedy duo from the UK. First time we went to Florida, we ended up going to see an evening show, and it was bloody Cannonball. That followed were from England. I remember sitting, we're like, what on earth is going on here? Yeah, Andy, Efren mentioned that one. Disney in Japan would be cool. Butlins. Is Butlins still a thing?
It is still a thing. It still
Is it?
exists.
Wow.
They do a lot of these like weekends now where like 30-year-olds like to go and they do like silent discos and all that kind of shit now. Like party weekends and things like themed weekends, like 90s weekends, things like that.
Loads of comments tonight, guys. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I remember seeing the film Only Fools and Horses on Bon Bon Brothers at Margate. Yeah, good memories. There we are, Efren.
I believe Sorrel, you are up next. Good question. You ready, sir?
Yeah, go for it, mate. We're gonna be here all night at this rate. Which film would you like to see remade by the Muppets? You get to keep one human actor, the rest are gonna be Muppets. So like when they did the Muppets Christmas Carol, it was just one actor and the rest of them. So think of that and then think of a film and what you want. Personally, I think I would love to see Dracula, hear me out, keep Christopher Lee, the rest of them are Muppets.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Imagine him just chasing down Miss Piggy. Oh no, Mr. Dracula.
That's a good question. So the one that immediately jumps to mind, purely because the last time we were at Thought Bubble, I got this guy to do us some sketches of it. There's a superb writer. Muppet Noir is coming out soon. And I got Roger to do us some images of the Avengers. So I'm thinking that first Avengers movie, but with all Muppets. And I'll probably have the only human character as Sam Jackson. Watching him interact with the Muppets, I think could be really, really interesting.
That'd be it.
But yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. Efren?
Gosh, there are so many dang movies. So, okay, I got one. And I think this would make me want to watch it because you guys know I talked about scary movies. So maybe this will make it a little bit easier for me. And it just popped in my head. It would be The Exorcist.
With Miss Piggy as the Linda
Yeah.
Blair cast.
Oh no.
Yeah. Maybe I'd be able to withstand it. Even, the scary, it would still be a scary movie. It'd still be drama, but it would just be her, but I think that would make me not be as, traumatized if I had seen it with the Muppets the first time around.
I'm thinking you keep Reagan and then you just have Kermit as the priest. That would be- the power of Christ compels you.
Tell me.
Yeah. So maybe it would make it a little
It's
bit more
not, it's not
bearable.
working, Gonzo.
It would definitely be a scary movie, so maybe I'd be able to watch it a little better.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ian saying Friday the 13th and keep Jason just hunting all the Muppets. Pulp Fiction.
I thought of that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be fun. Italian Job and keep Michael Caine. Yeah, that would be cool as well. Nice. Very nice.
Peter. Oh, this is a tough one. You ready?
Can't remember what I said. What is it? What's the greatest? Oh yeah, what's the greatest comic book rivalry? I've brought props. Comic book rivalries. So we've got loads and loads of classic kind of rivalries. Green Goblin versus Spidey, Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Iron Man and Mandarin's an interesting one. Don't see that very often. Obviously, Cap, Red Skull, and the DC side, Sinestro, Green Lantern, Superman, Lex. So, obviously some of these are absolute classics, but which ones are the ones that you enjoy seeing most? Because sometimes the rivalries are overdone, but which one do you enjoy seeing the most? And have you got any particular storylines? So whilst you are thinking, I'll start off. I think obviously, as a big Thor fan, Thor versus Loki, always an absolute classic team-up battle. Not so keen in recent years when they've tried to turn Loki into a bit of a more of a good guy, I guess. I enjoy the old kind of version. There was a great run back in the day, and everyone will remember this, where Thor was actually dispatched by Loki and sent to Mephisto. Loki had made a deal with Mephisto to keep Thor's spirit. I thought that was absolutely class. So yeah, I always like that one. But I think probably is my favourite rivalry storyline, and the guys who did it first, just because of the shift in dynamics, was when Lex Luthor became president of the States. And you had that kind of, there was a couple of issues, wasn't there, where Superman was literally having to respect the office, as it were, even though he wanted to rip Lex apart. And that was just a really, really good dynamic. I really enjoyed that. There you go. That's mine.
There are so many to pick up. And thank you for putting up this slide, Peter. It made it a lot easier. But I'm looking at all these, rivalries. But the one for me, it just goes on every year, and every year he won't let go. He's done so much to damage his life, killed his wife, and it would be Sabretooth and Wolverine. They just hate each other, especially Sabretooth. I mean, Sabretooth has been killed, had his head chopped off. He found a way to come back, and it's just, like I said, he killed his wife, back in the day. He's just, throughout the decades, ever since, beginning of the 19th century, all through the wars and everything, they just been going at it forever. It's just one that will not let up. Sabretooth, Wolverine would have to be my comic book rivalry, the greatest one for me, at least. There's so many there. I almost chose Batman and Joker and Captain America and Red Skull, but just the savagery of it all would be Sabretooth and Wolverine.
I love that. Is it Wolverine Origins? Not a great movie, but there's a great little montage at the start where it's showing you Sabretooth and Wolverine going through time, kind of fighting side by side and then starting to turn and all the rest of it. Really, really enjoyed that. Interesting. My first, no, not first, because I'd read them in Secret Wars, but one of the biggest impacts on us was a Marvel UK annual, Christmas annual, which had a reprint of a copy of X-Men in it, where Sabretooth comes to the X-Mansion, and there's a fight between him and Wolverine, and Psylocke in it as well, I think. Remember seeing that and just being blown away by how vicious comics were, because up until then, I'd read X-Men and stuff, but it was quite muted violence. In this one, Wolverine and Sabretooth are literally slicing each other apart, and Wolverine's putting his claws through his thigh, Sabretooth's thigh and stuff, and I think Sabretooth at one point scratches Wolverine, then's licking the blood off his claws. And I remember thinking, God, these are quite graphic and violent. So yeah, great choice, Efren. Great choice.
Even though that's my pick, one of my favorite Wolverines, though, a little side note, is from the Age of Apocalypse, where he was more human. He had like a peaceful side to him. I really like that version of the character a lot. Yeah. But yeah, it would still be Wolverine versus Sabretooth.
Nice one. Sorrel, how about yourself, pal? Yeah, I'm going to pick one off the slide. Any of the books that you read, mate?
Yeah, no, I was going to say one of my favourites. Again, it's not a hero versus villain, but because it's hero versus hero, really. But Cyclops and Wolverine.
Yes.
Their heated rivalry over Jean Grey, I think, was one of the things growing up that was got my interest. Obviously, when you read comics, you're either into Mary Jane or you're into Phoenix, one or the other. And Jean Grey, I love that dynamic between them. Then all of a sudden they introduced Emma Frost and just made it even weirder.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that one. That's a great choice. Again, is it X-Men Schism, I think it's called?
Yes, I was thinking of that.
Yeah, where Wolverine and Cyclops really go at each other. And it's a visceral battle, but it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I like that line as well, just showing the relationship they've got in, is it X-Men 1? When Mystique's kind of getting involved, and I think Cyclops says to Wolverine, because he's not sure if it's Mystique, he says, "Prove it's you," and he says, "You're a dick." He goes, "Yeah, fair enough." Yeah. Nice. Let me know in the chat some of your favourites. We've got a few comments already. Wolverine versus Hulk. That's a good one, Ian. I should have gone for Hulk versus Thor. I love a Hulk versus Thor fight. Yeah.
Wolverine versus Wendigo as well was a good one.
Yeah. Wolverine versus Hulk is a classic. CGC versus CBCS. Not so much of a battle anymore, I don't think, Andy. I think CBCS is on the ropes, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Grey Hulk versus Green Hulk. Yeah. Hulk versus Hulk. Hulk versus Abomination. James T versus me was a decent one during 2025. Yeah, it had its moments. Yeah. Okay, there we go, Efren. We're up to date, pal. Got 17 people watching. Thank you, everybody. Please do hit like and subscribe and all that stuff.
I think I'm up next. It's our second question. Would you rather have a bat suit or Iron Man armor? So, I'll let you guys think about it. And I would choose a bat suit because he has so many things that he puts out of his belt. All the things that he uses against everybody. So, I mean, as cool as Iron Man's armor is, to me, like, just the bat suit, all the contraptions he can pull out or things he just has, the Batarang, and even now in Absolute Batman, he's got the axe on his chest he can take out, and stuff like that. So I would have to pick the bat suit because of all the things that he has connected to the suit that he can use, against villains, even against heroes, So mine would be the bat suit.
Iron Man for me.
Yeah.
Iron Man suit, because I can use it to fly. I can go into space, and even when I'm not using it, it can be a sentry and protect me.
I'm with Sorrel. Also, I don't think anybody, and this is no offense, Mr. Sorrel, nobody wants to see me or Sorrel in black PVC and latex. I mean, can you imagine the shape of me in that tight rubber? No, I would. I hear what you're saying, Efren. Batman's suit is very cool, and the bat belt and all the rest of it, shark repellent and all that kind of stuff. And also you've got the kryptonite ring hidden in his pouches. But with Iron Man, you can just do so much more with it. And I presume if I've got the Iron Man suit, I can also flog it as well and make billions. So yeah, lots of people are saying things like bat suit in case I need to pee. I think Iron Man suit's that advanced, he'll have like a little reservoir or something. You probably recycle it for internal heating or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or drinking water. I'm going bat suit. As a kid, aged 8, I had a bat belt and tried climbing up walls. Yeah, with the bat. My dad made us a what you call it? Like a grappling hook thing, and then he killed himself with it. It was horrendous. There was a great bat belt prop out from, I don't know who it was. I've got the Batarang, but I can't remember. They made the belt that went with it. Was it NECA?
I think NECA made the belt.
Yeah, I never picked
that up. They made the grappling gun as well.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Even though the bat suit is just a suit, he always finds ways though to keep up with everybody he's fighting against. So that's why I picked him. And it's just a nostalgia pick for me.
I think, but Efren, you're forgetting that the Iron Man suit comes with Iron Man roller skates as well, don't forget. So he has that function when he pops the little roller skates out in the back of the 60s. So that would be fun.
Yeah.
See, when Marvel and DC are thinking of a crossover, why didn't we ever get Batman and Iron Man meet up? Why did we ever get Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne going head to head? Because that would be cool to see them as people go at it and as the character and as the superheroes. Like the two millionaires all bidding for the same contract or something. That'd be an awesome thing. And then by the end of it, Iron Man builds Batman an Iron Man batsuit. That'd be
yeah.
That's a story that needs to happen.
Very cool.
Sorrel, after we're done, so right into Marvel. That's a good idea. Right? Builds him a batsuit, an Iron Man batsuit. That's awesome. About that.
Instead, we've got Deadpool.
Instead, we've got Deadpool and Batman. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
We all caught up, Peter?
Yeah, we're up to date, pal.
Okay, we are coming to the question where I cannot answer. I've never watched this show ever. I know who the character is. So you and Peter can answer this one, and anybody in the comments that wants to answer. It's a good question, but I just can't answer it. You ready, Sorrel?
Mm-hmm. Go for it. So we haven't talked about Doctor Who in a long time. Who is your absolute favorite Doctor, and which companion deserved a better exit than what they got? For me, I've got to go back to Amy Pond and Rory. I loved their story. I was so invested in that entire series, and then just to have them taken away by the Angels. I know it was meant to be that way, but I wish we got a proper goodbye from them and like a bit more from them. Loved that whole series. And I'd say for me, my favorite Doctor has to be it's not Matt Smith. I love Matt Smith, but it's Tennant for me. Tennant got me back into Who, not Eccleston.
So this is gonna, yeah, I'm gonna sound like I'm just echoing you. I have to say, my favorite is David Tennant, without a shadow of a doubt. I love Matt Smith's version. I love Jodie Whittaker. I just think her writing was shit. I think she was screwed by terrible writing. And I really liked Grumpy Old Doctor. I can't remember what the actor's called. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I think for me it's definitely Tennant. I would have probably gone with Amy as well. I really didn't like their end. But I have to say, what's the recent companion called?
The girl from the recent series.
Yeah, the Christmas or something.
Girl. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I can't remember what her name is. We had an entire season of her, and I really liked her. She was good to look at. She was great action scenes and stuff like that. We had this big kind of excitement about there's going to be some big reveal at the end about who our parents were, and it was nout. It was just anybody can be, and then she just ended, and it was like, all right, okay. And I think we saw her a little bit in the next season, but nout really. I think I loved the pair of them together. I thought they were really good. Wish I could remember what she was called. Anybody in the chat know what she was called? Was it Christmas or something? Or
something like that, wasn't it? The reveal should have been that she was the daughter of River Song. They really should have gone down that road.
Ruby Winter. That's
Ruby Winter or something like that.
That's
Ruby something, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was a shame. I'm a big fan of Ace as well. I like it when she's back. But yeah, no. Couple of comments.
I had some questions though.
Yes.
Doctor Who, is he human? Is he, or is from a different planet?
No, he's an alien.
He's an alien.
Time Lord.
Lord, yeah.
And why was he given this thing to do, to go to different realities and stuff like that? You know, basically his origin story.
I mean, the origin has changed that much over the years. The basic, I mean, Sorrel correct us because I'm not that up on Who mythology. It's changed loads of times, but basically he's one of the Time Lords.
Okay.
He steals a TARDIS, is my understanding, and then he basically just dicks off and goes around doing what he fancies.
Yeah. He's the last remaining Time Lord, isn't he? The last remaining one. All the Time Lords are dead after the Time War with the Daleks. Yeah. They have changed it and retconned it a fair few times now, but he's meant to be one of the last few, if not the last Time Lord in existence. So he basically takes his time, he just goes around the universe. He's going home the long way around, is what he used to say. I'm going home, but it's the long way around. And he picks up various people that are in need and a change in life, and he takes them away and shows them the universe and brings them back at the end and lets them go on their lives, but their lives never go back to being normal.
He dies every couple of seasons, but then gets better.
One more question: Why do they always change the character, his features? Is it just a new actor? They just want to do it?
It's just a good way. It was a good way of writing in new actors, basically. So basically, he would regenerate. So every so often he regenerates. They originally said he had 13 regenerations, but they seem to have retconned that, and he can have as many as he wants now. But he basically just regenerates and it becomes the new actor. It's a great way of just making having someone new take over the role.
The regeneration effort, like I say, it's very confusing. The regeneration is the same character, just played by someone else. So he knows what he's done in the past and things like that and all that kind of stuff. He's always reborn with a different personality, and we've now got to the stage where he can regenerate into people who've played him previously and stuff. Yeah, it's very convoluted. When Doctor Who's good, it's really good, but the good is sometimes quite few and far between compared to the not so good, shall we say. Tom Baker was my all-time favourite Doctor. Yeah, I love a bit of Tom Baker. I loved it when Tom Baker came back. He was was he a curator in the museum, and he was talking to Matt Smith's version of Doctor Who. That was really cool. Tom Baker and K9. I used to have a 1-to-1 scaled K9. Love that. Favourite Doctor is Dr. Legg. He's from Gallifrey. That's correct. The planet Gallifrey. Doctor Who just reminds me of Sundays when I was younger. The fear of school on the Monday. London's burning.
Yeah, London's burning.
True story, Andy. I got a scholarship a couple of years ago. Florence Nightingale scholarship where I was paid to do training, and one of the things we had to do as part of the scholarship, we went down to RADA, So, you know, the place that trains actors.
Yeah.
And we had to do 3 or 4 days, I think it was, with the team at RADA, learning all about how to speak and how to enunciate. It did shite all for us, as you can tell. But the main person who was teaching was the captain from London's Burning. And he kept telling me literally every day, I don't know if you recognise me, but I was in London's Burning. It was like, how are you, man? That was 30 years ago. What have you done since? But yeah. Good
I used
series,
to remember that on a Sunday night when I heard the theme song for Heartbeat, that's when I knew it was bedtime. As soon as I heard the doo 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 doo, like, it's bedtime.
Have you ever been to visit the sets of Heartbeat?
I haven't. I've never been.
Very strange place. It's not far from Scarborough. We went on a visit once. Very odd. There's a lot of very old shops with. You get wrong for saying it, but with some historical things in the windows that perhaps would be found on these days.
It was on Marmite, I believe, wasn't it? Back in the day?
Marmalade, I believe. Marmalade. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. Ephraim, we're up to speed.
I believe you are up next, Peter. You ready?
Yes. Okay, yeah. So, again, I have a slide, guys. I have a slide. What's the most overrated superhero movie? There are tons to choose from. I'm not asking yous what the worst movie is.
No.
What I want to know is what's a movie that gets a load of praise and you just don't really see it or you don't get it.
Okay.
You might have been caught up in the praise, and when you've looked back, you think, actually, do you know what? I'm not that blown away by this. In the chat, let us know as well what yours is, most overrated in your opinion. I'm going to start off with Fighting Talk because people will no doubt jump down my throat and call us names and things, I'm sure. But I'm going to focus on an MCU film. I don't think on a second watch, in terms of special effects, storyline, in general plot, I don't think Black Panther is a particularly good film. Now, I know people were like, it's the best thing ever, and I know there was a lot to do with the cast in it and all the rest of it. But I watched it again recently, and you get to that last half hour, the battle scene with where they're both in the suits. It's atrocious, absolutely atrocious. There's some good bits in it. I'm not saying it's a crap film. I'm just saying that I think people kind of put it on a pedestal and escalated it high above what I think it personally deserves. Black Panther 2, even though I enjoyed the introduction of Namor, even worse for me. So yeah, Black Panther for me is a one that I definitely think gets a lot of praise, but I don't personally think it's that good. Ephraim, how about yourself?
This is such a tough question, Peter.
I could go if you needed longer to think.
No, I mean, I was going to pick one of the Batman trilogies, but I'm looking at the pictures here, and I'm just going to choose one that's on here. And it was a good movie, but I just didn't like the way they portrayed the mutants. I was hoping it would be more comic book related. It would be the first X-Men movie. Okay. You know, I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, you know, but I just didn't dig those black outfits that they had, you know, and just how they portrayed some of the characters. Not enough characters were in there to me that were more important to the X-Men genre. Like Colossus hardly had a bit in it at all. I don't know that one. I mean, I enjoyed it because of how the X-Men are finally coming out, but going back on any years later, it wasn't my favorite X-Men movie, you know. So I think I would have to pick the very first X-Men just because of that. I was expecting more comic book related type of characters.
I think X2 is the far better film, to be perfectly honest. I really enjoy X2. I don't mind X-Men, and I think probably I haven't watched it for years, Ephraim. But I think exactly as you've just said, at the time when it came out, I was so excited that these comic characters were being treated with a bit of respect. I thought the dialogue between Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen was phenomenal. And then you get to the end battle kind of stuff, and it's like, it's just big cack, really.
Yeah. So that's I would pick that first X-Men one. The second one was excellent, especially we talked about it yesterday. The opening sequence with Nightcrawler. Oh yeah, you know, that was excellent. You know,
and the Magneto bit where he takes the iron out of the guy's blood and stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, what do you think of X-Men 1?
Oh, X-Men 1, I went to see that when I was 11 years old in the cinema. I remember it clear as day. But it was one of the films where, I know what you're saying. You look back now and you go, I've got nostalgia goggles on for it clearly, but I loved that movie growing up. Plus that cast now, when you look back, you think what cast they had on that movie. Jesus H. Christ, that was a star-studded event, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, they had Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, and they, both of them gave phenomenal, acting chops in that, didn't they? It's the most quotable of all the X-Men movies. Come on, it is. It really.
You're going to do the Toad line. God, oh man, Storm and the Toad. Yeah. But then, we were just talking before, weren't we, about rivalry, Sabretooth versus Wolverine. We finally got it in that film, and it was pretty pap.
Yeah, we didn't get it in that one, did we?
I mean, he hits him with a bit of a tree at one point, doesn't he? And then I can't even remember. Do they fight it at the end?
Not
Sabretooth
really. They don't really have a big show off in that one. It's not until X-Men Origins, is it, that they really go for it? It was more between Wolverine and Cyclops over Jean Grey, wasn't it? And then
That's right.
they sort of made Wolverine go at Magneto a bit more because Magneto could control Wolverine. They kind of had a bit of he was always going for him, wasn't it? But no, for me, it's just Ian McKellen, and just his lines are so quotable. How about Sapiens on your gun? But the most overrated movie for me, and again, like Pete said, people are probably going to jump down my throat. I've said this before. Would it still be as iconic if Heath Ledger hadn't died? Dark Knight. Does it deserve what it gets sometimes? I don't think it does, personally. Didn't do it for me. Never has done, though. I think people jumped on it once he passed away. I think you could say the same for Black Panther. I know it's very cultural for Black Panther as well. It was a very cultural moment. But I think because he passed away not long after the films came out and stuff, we did Infinity War and things. I think these films get put on a pedestal when an actor dies in a role that they're known for.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and rewatch that trilogy. I remember not being blown away by the third one because of Tom Hardy's atrocious.
I physically
voice.
laughed out loud at that voice in the cinema when I heard it.
And I was never a big fan of Bale's voice as Batman. But I remember loving Batman Dark Knight. But maybe I need to go back and watch it.
I think it's
Efren, what
because
do you
I've said this
think?
before. Sorry,
mate. No, carry on.
I was going to say, I think I've said this before. It's because I knew Batman more from TV and movies than I did from comics.
Yeah.
So I never had Batman as the dark version of Batman until I was a lot older in my teenage years, until I read the comics. Growing up, to me, Batman was Adam West. It was Val Kilmer. It was Clooney. That was what I grew up with. I grew up with campy, Batman that gave quips. So when you got the Dark Knight, that was totally different to what I was ever used to.
You see, I was Keaton 89's my Batman. I'm much happier with the darker stuff. I remember enjoying part 1 and part 2 of the Nolan trilogy, but not liking part 3. But it's ones I haven't really gone back and rewatched for a long time, to be honest. I have to go back and watch them. What about you, Efren? Are you a fan of that trilogy?
When it first came out, directed by Nolan, correct? The trilogies. I mean, I loved it. I mean, to me, it portrayed who Bruce Wayne was. Like the dark, brooding figure. So I really enjoyed it when it first came out. The second one with the Joker was excellent. I think it just really, the way they were portrayed was excellent, especially Heath Ledger. You were expecting that to be, that is Joker. So I enjoyed them a lot. I don't think it was overrated. But like I said, this is our own opinions. Sorrell said he grew up with, Batman, from the 1960s, the way all campiness. But to me, I read his books and I read the book, The Batman Returns, that type of Batman, So I thought it was a good movie. The last one, but the first two were excellent.
I've got 2 more for you then, just because we're on a roll and we'll upset more people in the chat. 2 more for you. We've talked about it before. Endgame, the first 3/4 of that, or a big chunk of that film, I fast forward through because it bores the life out of us. It's the end of Endgame. The kind of the battle scene, which is worth watching. All the time shenanigans and does very little for us. And then the other one, and again, love Toby, the original Spider-Man. That's not my Green Goblin. That's a kind of a caricature of Green Goblin, the Power Ranger suit, the zany. I don't know. It doesn't. I prefer a more serious Green Goblin, as we kind of got, later on in what you call it. Is it Homecoming? Spider-Man, whatever. Homecoming.
Yeah.
I like that version better. There's a couple of scenes in Spider-Man 1 when I rewatch them where I cringe with Green Goblin.
I love the origin story of the Spider-Man one, though, with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green Goblin. I mean, the way his mask talks to him, that is the funniest thing on the planet. Isn't it? That voice is Edgar Coward.
Coward.
I love that so much.
Okay, guys, see what the chat's saying. Ian Carter, the new Batman film, hated the new Scarecrow. So is that? Do you mean the Christian Bale version, Ian,
Yeah.
not the Patterson Batman? Oh, wasn't it the Patterson Batman? Everybody was like, it's the best film ever. I struggled with it massively. Peter, how dare you? Was tempted to subscribe tonight. Ruined it for myself. My apologies, Andy. I'll win you back before the end, I'm sure. Any of the X-Men films, all of them, in fact. Whoa, Chris. I feel like you're all gushing just to spite me now. X2's pretty good, Chris. X2's pretty good.
I like X1 and X2. I think though all the ones that were from the new sort of class version, whatever you called it, I thought they were all pants. Didn't like any of them movies really. There were some interesting takes on the characters. Like I liked McAvoy and I think he has the characters, but I can't say that I've ever gone back and revisited those movies now. The ones that I revisit is always Hugh Jackman, isn't it?
Apocalypse movie's awful. Days of Future Past is good for the future bits. Do you know? I love the Sentinels.
But it's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's always the films that have got them in it, at least in a cameo, at least. All the ones that have got the new actors in it are pants.
Looking back at X2 was far better, but X1 felt groundbreaking and monumental. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Beth, cancel Super Sorrel. Efren talks some sense into these two. I'm not even sure if you really ever knew you. If I'm not really sure if I ever really knew you, Peter. Ian, Patterson's Batman he didn't like. Was Scarecrow in that one?
I can't remember.
I don't remember seeing Scarecrow in that one, Ian. Or do you mean Penguin? Can't remember. Yeah, Patterson's Batman, boring as shit. I preferred the Penguin TV show. See, I can't even be asked to get his name right. That's how boring it was. There we go. We're up to speed, F.
We are at our last segment already. Time flies with just 3 people. So this is the bonus segment. Like I said, this is a segment where we can ask any type of question. It doesn't have to be comic book, toy, entertainment related at all. Anything that pops in our head. The one I picked is this. If you could instantly master one skill, whether practical like coding or cooking, creative like painting or playing piano, or physical like martial arts or surfing, what would you choose and why? Ever since last year, I've always said I was going to do it. I just haven't done it. I would like to learn how to play a guitar. You know, every time I see a music video or when I see the Grammys, I see these people playing guitars. You know, I'm a big fan of George Harrison. Seeing him play guitar all the time, and I would like to learn how to play a guitar. I just haven't done it. I've looked into it, you know, online to see, you know, classes, but I just haven't done it yet. I keep on saying that I want to. Just to say I could learn, just to say that I play a musical instrument. That would be my choice.
I wish I could
That's
draw.
a good question. Yeah, that would be good.
Just the ability to be able to draw for myself.
Yeah.
I hate that I have to rely on AI for things, and I wish I could be able to draw these things out of my own imagination. I've got the imagination. I just can't physically put pen to paper to make it happen.
Yeah.
I wish I could. My cousin is so artistic. He does like Warhammer, and the things that he creates with his Warhammer, like the way he paints them, they look fucking superb when he's done. Mine look like I'm just gonna like that with a brush.
Yeah.
His little models look amazing when we play Dungeons and Dragons and things.
It's a good question. Efren. I mean, in relation to what you've just said, Sorrel, started playing Warhammer again with my son, and one of the crushing realities of doing that is realizing when we first started, maybe 8 years ago or something like that, I had eyes that worked and hands that didn't shake. So I'm trying to paint this week whilst I'm off work. It's a disaster. Absolute disaster, because I can't say I've got I should bring them on the next show. I've got some of those weird things that you clip to your glasses with like extender things and a torch and everything. It's like,
do you know that guy from Toy Story 2?
Yeah, it's still like, I still can't bloody see anything. It's horrendous. For me, a skill, I don't know if it's a skill or a personality trait, so I'm going to give you 2. But my first one, I wish I could learn how to have a bit of self-control. And whether that's in relation to my buying habits. So even when I know I've got no money in the bank, I'll still buy stuff. So I need to better control that. But also in relation to food, because I've got no willpower at all. I've got no off switch. I could quite happily sit and eat like a 6-pack of crisps watching a film And at no point does my brain say, you probably want to stop now, Peter. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's there in front of us, I'll just keep going. But my other one is very much linked to what Sorrel's just said. I've always, from being a young... I might be mad. Interesting if you guys have done this. From being a very young person, I've told stories in my head. Yeah. So do you know when you go to bed and you can't get to sleep and you're sitting in the dark? I used to, still do, tell little stories in my head about people and characters and things, or I replay now I'm older. I replay conversations and things at work, and if I'd said this would happen, blah blah blah. But I'm dyslexic, so I can't spell for toffee. Literally, I can't spell toffee. So I would like to master the skill of being able to write properly and put some of those ideas onto paper and either turn it into a comic or a book or something like that. That would be pretty cool, I think.
On a quick side note, if it wasn't for drawing contests on YouTube, Peter and I would not have met. That's how we met. This person invited us to draw, and I can't draw worth shit, you know. And I was like, the only person I noticed there that had comic books behind him was Peter. Then I reached out to him.
Yeah, I've often done what Pete said, where you come up with when like Freddy versus Jason was a thing. You kind of sit there and think, what two characters could you put together and make it actually logically make sense as a reason why they would bump into each other. And there was ways of doing it. They just never went down the right angles. But there's so many, like I said, like the whole thing with Iron Man and Batman, the whole Bruce Wayne link with, you know, that's a great story. It's just they've never done it. And it's like, I like telling those stories. I like thinking of those things up. I like the idea of it.
That was a good one.
I'm like what Pete said. I'm the ideas man. I'm good at thinking of the concept. I just can't put pen to paper to physically write something. I can come up with a bubble concept of what the story should be, but I've got no discipline to sit there and go plan it all out.
Yeah. I'm the same, mate. I'm a concept and stuff, but they're actually sitting and writing it. Because I cannot write very well. That's a struggle. Heard the first 5 words of that question. Thought the bonus round was going in a whole different direction. I'd love to learn the guitar also. Yeah. A skill I would love to learn is to be a perfect dad. Doesn't exist, Wayne, I'm afraid. I think we all just do the best we can. And I'm sure you and your kids absolutely love you for what you are. So you know, I don't think there is such a thing as a perfect dad.
The problem with that is you could be a perfect dad, but your kids will never think you're a perfect dad.
That is true. Woodwork, like proper carpentry. I'd love to make cabinets and stuff.
That's a good one. So would I. Yeah.
I used to manage as part of my role at the hospital. I had no idea why. Just putting it out there straight away. But I managed the chaplaincy team. So I was responsible for all of the religious support within the hospital setting. Mental. But my head chaplain was a brilliant guy called Nigel. And that was his hobby. He's got a workshop at home and he makes things out of wood. And when he retired, he came and he'd made, because even though I can't write, I love pens for some reason. Don't know why. But he'd made us a beautiful set of a fountain pen, ballpoint pen, and a pencil, all made out of just a block of wood that he'd whittled and varnished and put all the insides in. And absolutely spectacular. And I'd love to be able to do something like that with me hands. You know,
that'd be cool.
That'd
be awesome to do.
Would love to have been an awesome artist like Mr. Chris Bell. Chris is a phenomenal artist. He doesn't show enough of it off, but he is. He's an amazing artist. That's a good one, pal. Wow, that's a memory. Remember UK versus US in that drawn competition? I think we won. Yeah, I didn't see it live, but I've gone back and watched it, Andy. But yeah, that was on, what you call it? What was Rob's show called? Lame or Frame. Is it Lame or Frame, I think? Yeah. I wish you are an amazing artist, pal. Does Pete have any other tops than green? How dare you, Beth? How dare you? I'll wear a different colour for you. Do you not think this one just sets my eyes off? That's why
I'm honestly surprised no one's ever said, why do I always wear the same plain black t-shirt in every episode? But
Ash, nice to see you, pal. Been on uncle duty, so a tad late. Not a problem, bud. Not a problem. Poth, can't speak. Beth, he just wipes his nose on all of them, and that's why they are. That's very true. Very true. That top used to be green a million washes ago. And it's Slazenger. It's the best brand out there. So yeah, how dare you? Anyway, there we are. We're up to date.
Sorrel, here we go to the food questions, guys. So get ready. The last 2 are food related. Sorrel, you are up next, sir.
I had to go for food. What's your favorite type of cookie, and do you dip it? I mean, by dipping, do you dip it in milk, dip it in your brew? Me, I like an oat and raisin cookie.
Yeah.
And I do like a glass of milk with a cookie. Can't lie. I do like a good old milky dip bit.
Rinton's, do you know the people that like deliver biscuits to your door or whatever? They do a lovely kind of a sultana cookie thing, which is delish. We've just had some before we came up here, actually.
Nice.
That's a good question.
Around Christmas, my wife bought a Krampus-shaped cookie cutter,
Yeah.
a cookie cutter, and she made some gingerbread over Christmas in the shape of little Krampus heads.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. But I ran out of milk on day 2.
Nice. I've got 2 again because I can't just do one. I am quite partial to a Subway macadamia nut cookie.
Ooh.
They're quite nice, but they've got to be quite firm. Sometimes Subways are very floppy and you know. But my wife makes a stunning cookie, which is chocolate chip, and inside it's got caramel, so gungy caramel. So when you bite into it, it's like gooey in the middle. That's lush. Love that. Love that. Efren?
I actually bake cookies, and there's just one recipe that I make that every time I make it, I finish it so quick I get like almost stomach aches just by eating it. It's a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie, and it's so good. I'm just like, dang it, you know, I just eat it constantly. You can add walnuts to it too if you wanted to, but I don't add the walnuts. But every time I eat that, I just, oh man, there's salt, obviously salt and sugar added, you know, vanilla, you know, it's just really good. So that would be my favorite type of cookie. And the one cookie that I really like dipping in milk is Oreos for some reason. You know, I just like the outside of it gets really soft, and I just really like dipping Oreos in milk. Milk and cookies is the best. I'd rather have milk and cookies than just, if I had to choose between milk and alcohol when it comes with cookies and milk, I would pick cookies and milk. You know, just really good.
I like a nice glass of milk with mine.
Yeah.
I had to say cookie, Pete. I had to put cookie because I thought if I put biscuit, everyone's going to think we're dunking scones and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Custard cream, and you can dunk any biscuit cookie. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a classic cookie man, just a nice choc chip, no dipping. That's strictly a hobnob. Peppermint cookies, yeah.
Wow.
I've getting into mint cookies lately. Efren's sent us some Girl Guides cookies, which are delish.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly if you get them fresh out the fridge and they're nice and cold and they've got a lovely snap to them. Love them. I'm salivating. Not had a good cookie since I've had to go gluten-free. I don't think I've ever had a gluten-free cookie, Wayne.
You're missing gluten.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Up to speed. 20 people watching. We'll talk about milk and cookies. Good stuff.
I've got a colostomy, and sometimes we have to go for like gluten-free stuff. And I tell you what, those items are missing gluten.
Yeah.
That's the main. Apparently, that is on the feast.
I was going to say and flavour. I would imagine. Yeah.
The last question is yours, Peter. You ready?
Yeah, let's do some more food stuff, eh? I want everybody in the chat to do this as well, okay? So, for the rest of your life, every meal has got to come from one fast food restaurant. So, every meal from one fast food restaurant. So, if you could only eat in one fast food chain, every meal for the rest of your life, which one would it be? As usual, we've got some slides just to give you a bit of it because we have got some American viewers. So, any kind of fast food kind of establishment, we've got places like Tim Hortons, never really had much from there. Subway, Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, KFC, Popeyes, all those kind of different places. There's a few more there. Wendy's, it's come over to the UK now. Papa John's, Domino's. Panda Express is a Chinese, I think.
It is amazing.
I'm not sure I would class that as a fast. Is that a fast food?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All those. So we'll start off with myself. I've thought long and hard about this. I asked my wife this question this morning. She's still not giving us an answer. So I'm gonna go with Subway because I do like a sandwich.
Dang.
I don't think I could do the greasy kind of McDonald's-y burgery thing every meal or every thing for the rest of my life. Do you know what I mean? So I'd probably go with Subway because you can have a massive variety of different sandwiches. You can get salad if you just want salad. You can get nachos there. You can get cookies and all that kind of jazz. I would miss chicken, mind. I do like fried chicken. I don't know. Do they do fried chicken in Subway? I don't think they do. Do they?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so. You get rotisserie chicken.
No,
not
it's
the
dry.
same.
Dry as out feet. Yeah, so I'll probably go Subway. Is my choice. Ephraim.
Okay, so I think I've talked about it before in our other videos, but there's this one hamburger chain here. All they serve is hamburgers. That's it. Cheeseburgers or a hamburger. It's called In-N-Out, and it's just to me, it's the best place to go eat a hamburger. I mean, they have a secret menu where you can go online, just put secret menu In-N-Out, and they have regular fries. Then they have animal style fries, which they just add to it. They have a regular double, which are 2 burgers. You can ask 3x3, 4x4. There's protein style burgers. There's all kinds of different menus that they have that you can add to it. It's just a really good place to go eat. It's not the most fanciest hamburger place like a McDonald's or a Burger King where they have different items, cheeseburger or regular burger, but the things you can add to it or take away, that's what makes it special to me. That's a good question. I thought about that.
Ephraim, it sounds delish, but you're going to have to explain more about animal fries. What's an animal fry?
So it's just regular fries, obviously, and they put cheese on it, and they put like grilled onions on top of it, and they have this dressing that they put on top of it also.
Okay.
So they call that animal style fries.
That makes more sense. I was thinking of animal flavouring.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like you can have cow flavour fries, or you can have a chicken flavour fry, or something like that.
Like I said, afterwards, if you have time, just Google, secret menu In-N-Out, and it'll tell you all the different types of ways you can ask for a hamburger. And there's a lot of ways you can do it.
Okay.
A protein style is basically just lettuce wrapped around the burger, so you don't have the buns. And I've had that a couple times. It's not bad at all. It's a little bit messy because just the lettuce is wrapped around there. But you said you can ask a single or a double, but part of the secret menu, you can ask by 3x3, which are 3 patties, or 4x4. You can go from there. They have all kinds of different ways you can eat a hamburger. And I just really like the food there. That's been family owned for generations. The daughter owns it now, and they asked her if she wanted to sell to a corporate. She says, no, I want to keep it as it is.
I was going to say, that's not a franchise one, is it? Because I don't think we've got
It's a
that.
franchise, yeah. They have them all over the United States now.
I don't think we've got that over here. Have you
Yeah.
seen one of those
In-N-Out.
over here?
No, we haven't got In-N-Out over here. We've
Yeah.
only just got Wendy's over here, for God's sake.
Yeah.
It's a really good place to go eat. That's our go-to hamburger place. I don't even go to McDonald's anymore, because I just don't want to. I just go to In-N-Out. So.
You've got us salivating even more. I fancy that.
Yeah.
I fancy that. How about you, Mr. Sorrell?
So mine would be Panda Express. I'm obsessed with that when I go to America. Over in the UK, we have something now a bit similar called Chopsticks. It's a very similar kind of idea. But basically, you walk up to a counter. There's about 55,000 different versions of Chinese food, and you can have whatever you want. You like pick bits.
So it's
you have like
so
4 or
it's
5
just
entrees
like
or whatever.
just like a Chinese buffet where you can go and you can
Basically.
pick one.
But
I'm
similarly-
changing my answer. Then I'm having that. I'm having Chinese buffet every night. Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the things where you can choose like 3 entrees, 4 entrees, and then they always say to you like, do you want mixed base? You can have like half rice, half noodles, or rice noodles, whatever.
Yeah.
They're so good. All the spring rolls and stuff. And, yeah.
There's
And
a
of course, in
Panda-
America, they have something that we don't get over here very often, which is the orange chicken.
Yeah, you don't?
We don't have orange chicken over here. It's not like a thing in our Chinese here in the UK. And I come to America and I have honey chicken and orange chicken constantly. It's amazing.
So again, stupidity. Orange chicken. We're just talking about orange.
It's just tangerine, like tangerine chicken. It's like sweet and sour, but like really sweet, like very orangey flavor. It's nice, Pete. It's really nice.
There's an In-N-Out. Here I go. There's a Panda Express walking distance from my house. And I agree with you. That's a good place to go. And they always give you a lot on there.
Yeah,
They
you get a lot for your money.
throw it on there. The orange chicken's the best. I like the Beijing beef. That's good too. And I always go with the chow mein. I never had the rice for some reason. I always like just the chow mein. You can get it's 2 entrees and chow mein, or you can go like a bigger platter too. They have smaller platters for kids also. It's a really good fast food place.
In Universal, I think it was like €12 in tax. Sorry, $12 in tax, and it was basically like two entrees and a base, and then you also got a drink and a fortune cookie, and there was something else. It was like that. All this for $12? Like, you insane? This is amazing.
That's a good
What's
one.
your
And you
go?
could upgrade it, Pete, to sirloin steak for like an extra
Oh,
$2 or something crazy.
What's
Yeah.
your go-to Chinese meal then? So for me, I would always go for some crispy duck. I love crispy duck and pancakes, and then probably a crispy beef with fried rice. I'm quite into my hot and sour soup at the moment as well. I do like a hot and sour soup.
Mine is satay chicken and rice.
Okay.
Fucking nom.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do like, if I was going to go for a starter, I would definitely get ribs. I do like some
Yeah,
ribs,
I like ribs,
or some
spare
warm
ribs.
And yeah, and I like it when the Americans throw in a good fortune cookie. I like a little fortune cookie.
I don't think I've ever actually eaten one of the weird cookies you get from the Chinese. I've only just cracked them open and getting the thing outside. What about you, Efren? What's your go-to order?
There's all kinds of Chinese restaurants by my house too. There's just one walking distance too that I can go to. It's like garlic chicken wings.
Oh,
You
nice.
know, they're really good. But my go-to would be first of all would be chow mein, just chicken chow mein. I really enjoy that. You know, but yeah, to me it would be their chicken wings are so good. You know, put it this way: they give you a little container. I could eat the whole thing just by myself.
Yeah.
You know, just like you do. You know, just stop eating. You know, they just really good food there. You know, and I gotta have soy sauce every time I go to get chow mein or anything. That I always gotta have soy sauce along with it. You know.
Bloody starving here.
You know what? You know what, Pete? As well, just on that, while we're on the Asian food subject, I know, Efren. I don't think they have these in America, but Wagamama over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I could sit in there all day just
I
ordering
like.
entrees.
I do like a Wagamama. But
Wagyu mama.
Wagamama.
Wagamama. It's a Japanese restaurant. It's communal tables. So you all sit on like a big long table, and it's whenever the food's ready, they bring it out. It's a good little idea.
That's the bit I don't like. So
Oh, do you know?
yeah, I've done Wagamama a few times. I did it at Thought Bubble a couple of years back, but I did it with my mates in the Metro Centre, and I ordered like what I would class as a starter, a main course, and so it all comes at various times. And my friends were eating and I wasn't eating, and then I got my main course before I got my starter, and I was like, I can't be coping with this. I like order. This is chaos. Do you know what I mean? It was, but the food was delish. But, yeah.
When we go, we never order a main meal because of that. But what we like to do is order a bottle of wine and then sit and just have nibbles. So just get like the 3 or 4 little bits here and there, and then just keep ordering the nibbles. But you soon rack up a bill. But
it's
nice
expensive.
just getting the nibbles.
It is pricey.
So I was watching a Netflix show before I came to visit you guys, and the restaurant that I found was basically right around the corner from the hotel we were staying at.
I don't want to talk about that place.
I was about to say,
What was
unfortunately, they messed up on Peter's menu. They didn't get him the food that he wanted, or they just forgot it. But
Sat
James
for
and I ate
ages.
there, and it was so good.
I watched you eat. It looked lovely. Yeah.
It was really good. It wasn't a franchise; it was just one restaurant. But they messed up on Peter's order, unfortunately. But it was good.
What I did have was lovely. We had starters and things, didn't we? It was really nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
it was really nice. Yeah.
Let's see what the chat is saying. It's harder when you remember the food beforehand. Talking about gluten-free, I would imagine. Popeyes. Yeah, I'm quite into Popeyes at the moment. It's quite nice.
Popeyes chicken.
Yeah, we don't.
You have it over there?
Just relatively recently, it's kind of come over, but it's quite nice. Can't
I'm
eat
not
a
sure
lot
how
of
they
it.
prepare it in America, but over here they do it. It's all air fried, like air popped.
Yeah.
So it's not as greasy as a KFC. It's all air kind of popped or fried. We're going to call it. So it's really nice.
I think
crispy.
I don't know how they make it here, but it's not as greasy. You're right as
Yeah,
KFC.
it's not as greasy as like KFC's always buckets of grease in it, whereas that's like quite nice chicken.
Nando's. Never been a massive fan of Nando's.
No, it's too spicy for me.
Yeah,
Struggle
it
with the
got
spice.
very, very popular, didn't it? It seemed to kind of take off. And it's all right. I quite like the pita breads with chicken and stuff. But have you got Nando's in the? You've got Nando's in the States, Efren.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't think
like
they do, Pete. I think it's like
I
a British
thought
thing. It's Nando's.
Oh, I thought Nando's was like a bit. I thought it was big in the States and it came over to us.
They've only just got Primark out there, mate.
Oh, there we go. Five Guys is nice if you're rich and you don't mind paying 14 quid for a burger or something.
I went with my brother the other week, and he ordered a hot dog. I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Hot dog at a Five Guys, you weirdo."
Yeah. If it was gluten free, I'm going for KFC. I do like a KFC. Of all the wrong answers, Peter, that's a beaut. Not a fan of Subways. Is Weatherspoons considered fast food? Not even sure it's considered food, Andy. It's just stuff. The Chinese we went to at Thorpe for your birthday was horrendous, slimy chicken for days. Was that this year or the year before? I quite liked the Chinese one.
Was that
too.
on your actual birthday though, or one of the birthdays they threw for you?
No, we'll never go on my actual birthday. Take Efren to Toby Carvery or a Harvester. No,
Little
we'll take him
Chef?
to a Little Chef. Toby Carvery's a winner. Do like Toby Carvery. Hey, up, nice to see you, Joshy. Fuzzy's here. We've had the favourite takeaway question like 2 shows ago.
Did we?
And yet it's still generating lots of chat, Fuzzy. People
Yeah.
like to talk about. What's your favourite takeaway, Fuzzy? Let us know. Actually, this isn't a takeaway question. Well, we're not doing takeaways. We're doing fast food chains.
Yeah.
It's Scottish, innit? It'll be a deep fried pizza.
It'll be
or
a
something.
deep fried Mars bar or something. Haggis. Tatty and Neeps. No doubt, Tatty and Neeps. Have you ever had haggis, Efren?
No, I know what it is. I've heard of it, but no, I've never. I think you guys have, right?
I've had it. I went to a Burns night and we had haggis, tatty, and neeps, and it was nice. It was tasty. I've told you before. I'm squeamish with food. I just have to really concentrate to not think about what I'm eating at times, because it's in a bladder or something, isn't it? Isn't haggis in a bladder?
Yeah. Intestine?
Yeah. Intestine or something.
Is it
I can't
something like
remember.
that?
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, what I love doing is when I'm in America, I love going to Universal Studios, the Harry Potter land, and sitting in the little restaurant and just listening to the Americans, thinking they're eating British food, not realizing there's a Brit sat amongst them, just judging them massively.
How can I think
Well, when Efren came to London, we took him for fish and chips, and it was quite. I mean, it was an interesting place we went to, but they had the curry sauce and stuff was all cold rather than like hot curry sauce.
No.
James had a lip on from memory, Efren, didn't he? Because his was too crunchy or something. He had food envy. He wanted to swap plates with one of them.
There's a pub here in San Diego that I've been meaning to go to. That I'll let you guys know how the food is. So I've heard. People always leave reviews. It's good. It's bad. So I want to check it out though.
Square sausage, excuse me, crispy roll, iron brew, and a torty scone.
Tatty scone.
Done. Tatty scone. I'm just getting back into iron brew, Andy. My son's got a load of it in his little fridge upstairs, and I've been nicking it when he's not looking. Very nice. I can't tell you what the flavour is, but it is very nice. I do like an iron brew. Iron brew. There we go. I think we're up to speed with the comments, Efren.
And we are done.
That's it.
That was our last question for today, guys. What is coming up on your channels? I know Sorrell's always has a. Did you do that? I remember. So weren't you going to go on every day for a month straight? One time.
I did that. I've been and gone, man. I did that like a
Oh, you did. Okay.
good 6 months ago. That wasn't it?
You know what?
I made it for all. I made it nearly the whole. I think I only missed like 2 or 3, but I did it. I did most of it. It was hard.
I'll go on with you if you ever do 24 hours straight.
Oh God, no! I've tried that once. I tried doing it once for charity, and it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Was try to fill 24 hours.
It's
was
a lot to do.
hard.
24 hours.
Yeah.
That includes sleep time.
Yeah. No, but coming up on my channel, I've got my live show on Sunday, where I do my week in horror, where I'm going to talk about comics, movies, and all that good stuff. And other than that, I've put a video out today where because I rejigged all my room around again. So I've done a little video on that today. So go check that out.
Your Sunday show, what time does it start? So everybody knows.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. There you go. Peter.
I have got on Thursday night, we've got Pop Culture Playback where we're looking at The Trapdoor, old claymation kind of cartoon from back in the day. So that's out on Thursday. Saturday night, I'm going to do my one-man show. And then Tuesday, we're back for Panel Breakers. So lots going on.
Peter and I will be doing our monthly advanced orders in a couple of weeks or in a week or so. And we're trying to get an artist to come on our show. Hopefully by the end of April, he reached out to us and hopefully we'll get it all situated and he'll come on our show and talk about his artwork. So, but that's it until next time, right, everybody? All right.
Yeah.
I would say go out and buy a comic book and read it. I think you'll really enjoy it. Until next time, everybody, be safe. Take care. Bye.